Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
Good morning, Eastern Iowa. I'm Storm Track 7 meteorologist Danny Cassidy. Many of you probably woke up to either some thunder, some lightning, or maybe hearing that moderate to heavy rainfall on your windowsill. And we saw a lot of it this morning and raining as we speak, as I'm recording this at about 7 a.m. Moisture so far, it's been plentiful up at the, higher levels of the atmosphere, but we're going to see even more through the day today, and dew points eventually are going to peak into the low 70s, giving us very ample moisture and energy needed for possibly some stronger to severe storms. After tonight, we'll see it dip down a little bit for tomorrow, but still be a little bit on the muggy side for Wednesday as well as for the 4th of July. Then Friday and Saturday, a little bit more relief, but still a little bit on the humid side. With that moisture as well as kind of this cold front moving through during the afternoon and evening hours, much of the upper Midwest and kind of northern plains here is under a level 2 risk for severe weather. Locally here in eastern Iowa, that level 3 risk stays off to the south except for far southern Keokuk and Washington County. The main threats for this are going to be large hail initially as storms begin to develop, and then as they become more organized later into the afternoon and evening, we'll see it more of a damaging wind gust threat. Initially, we could see some tornadoes as well, especially along and south of I-80, where I think the most energy is going to be, where we'll see the most sunshine during the early afternoon. And the timing of this will be about roughly 3 p.m. this afternoon until about 10 p.m. for the severe chance early tonight. So here's future track. I'm going to show you the temperatures just to kind of demonstrate where we'll see that best chance of that severe weather. So through the noon hour, maybe see some kind of lingering isolated showers, but I think we'll see a little bit of a break here during the afternoon. And during that break, that's where we'll see maybe some clouds start to break apart. We'll see some sun peek through. You're noticing in our northern half here, upper 60s and low 70s, but off to the south, mid to upper 70s and a low 80 there in Washington. The more sunshine we see, the more energy we'll get, and probably more kind of fuel will be available for any storms to fire off. Now here's 3 o'clock starting to form to the south and to the west, right on our western edge. Again, our northern areas especially kind of still on the cooler side, seeing more of that moderate to heavy rainfall. But for our central and southern areas, seeing a little bit of that sunshine and some clearing for that storm to develop. As we go through 6 o'clock here, rolling through our central and southern areas with not only the chance of severe weather, but heavy rain as well as we go through the evening hours. Now here's 10 o'clock. Again, should be wrapping up around now, but we'll probably maybe linger into our southeastern areas for a little bit. After midnight, those showers move out, and then we'll see some sunshine for our Wednesday. But here's any additional rainfall that we see from now when I'm recording this until tonight. We've already seen an inch or so in many spots, but we could see an additional 1 to 2 inches basically all across eastern Iowa, and I think especially in our southern areas where those stronger storms develop, we could see some heavy rain that comes along with that. So not only could we see the chance of localized flash flooding later this afternoon, this evening, but it's also going to make rivers back on the rise like the Cedar River and the Mississippi River. So for the latest on that, again, especially if you live along the river, you can always go over to kwwl.com under the weather tab and click on the river levels button. So to kind of recap here, high temperatures where it's a little bit more consistent rain or cloudiness, mid to upper 70s north of Highway 20, south of Highway 20, low to mid 80s. We'll be on the muggy side as well with those dew points in the low 70s, and winds kind of strong out of the south, gusting up to 25. For tonight, showers and storms through about midnight, then mostly cloudy skies, lows in the mid to upper 60s, westerly wind a little bit lighter at 5 to 15. Then during the day tomorrow will be partly cloudy, still a little bit on the muggy side, pretty seasonal high temperatures here in the low to mid 80s. Your city-by-city forecast for Waterloo, Dubuque, Cedar Rapids, and Iowa City after a dry day Wednesday. Chance of showers and storms for the 4th of July, I think especially during the afternoon and evening hours into the overnight hours. I know, not great timing, especially for any fireworks celebrations. Then for Friday, we'll see showers kind of linger as the storm system kind of stalls out. We'll have cooler conditions as well on Friday. Saturday looks like a nice day, light winds, temperatures in around normal. Then to start off next week, we'll see once again a few more storm chances and keep those highs seasonal in the low to mid 80s.